Alright everybody, how you all doing? This is BugEater64 and we're getting ready to do an FSEconomy flight. This one's going to be about 305 miles and we're going to be flying a rented DC3 and we're going to fly from Boston, KBOS to ME16, which is actually a military base. So we're going to have a lot of fun in here. So we'll see you on the inside, and let's get this flight going. Got to make some money. All right? See you on the inside.
Take your seats.
Altimeter 2992. Arriving runways 04 left. 04
Okay,
left.
so here we are inside our DC3, and we'll get things started here.
09.
ME16, where we're going to, is a U.S. Air Force base that I think it's a reserve base, but maybe not. They're flying B-52s, KC-10s, and KC-135s out of there, so we got a really nice long runway. Don't have to worry about anything there.
1700 Zulu weather. Wind calm. Visibility 10.
Okay, so
Sky clear.
we got our
14.
GTN 750 set up. Let's look at our location here at KBOS, and as you heard, we're going to be taking off from probably 04 left, I think. So we got a long taxiway ride to get there, but I won't make you suffer all of that. Okay, let's get things ready to go here. Got our conditioners, our prop RPM, and naturally our throttles. So we're going to start with the right engine first. Let's get it started here. Would help if we make sure everything's turned on. We'll give it a little prime. And hit the starter. So we got one good engine start. Let it settle down just a second. All right. So let's get ready to start the left engine. Little prime. And hit the starter. Alrighty. Looks like we've got two good engine starts. Generators on. And let's take another look at our map here. So I can kind of, as I start out of here, I can follow the taxiway. So as I said, we've got a pretty good ways to go on this taxiway, so get lined up, make sure I'm in good shape here. Wave at all the big jets as we go by. Down here, make a right-hand turn to go down to where the runway is. Okay, well, let's get rid of the map and then let's get to the end of the runway. Okay, here we're going to make our left turn. Haven't got any traffic coming in, so we'll just get out here on the runway and get ready to be on our way. Get lined up here on runway 04. We'll stop here and double check everything. Get rid of the yoke so I can see some gauges that it blocks, like my climb indicator. Alright. Flaps are in takeoff configuration. Let's put the throttles forward and release the brakes. Okay, just about 65 knots. And rotate. She gets up to speed, she'll pretty much just lift herself off the ground. So we have positive rate gear coming up. Climbing at about 800 feet a minute. Flaps up. Adjust our trim. And make our turn onto our course. So let's go ahead and turn on our autopilot, put it in nav mode. And we're climbing at about 1,000 feet a minute. I'm going to bring that down to about 500 feet a minute. Conditioners back to auto rich. And move our RPMs back to about 23, 24. Just a nice cruising. And back our throttles off. Just a hair. So we'll end up with, once we level off, we should have an indicated airspeed of about 160 knots, which is 140 to 160 is a good cruising speed for this old girl. Okay, right now we're about just passing 3,000 feet. I'm only going to go to about 3,500. Don't need a lot of altitude, and this old girl works fine at this lower altitude, so we'll just be on our way after we get her leveled off. Do right about now. So let's get this flight going. We'll see you on the other side. Okay, so we are getting near to our destination. Just about just under 10 miles to go. The old girl is doing her job just like she's supposed to. Alright, so okay, the aircraft is mine. We're going to start slowing her down, lose some altitude, and get ready to land this lady. Okay, I'm going to put RPM at full. The airbase is right in front of us, so I'm going to start moving to the right. We're going to do a very short final, but a little more to the right because we were looking at the GTN 750. You can tell we were headed directly at the end of the runway. And I don't need a lot of room with this aircraft. I do need a little just to make it easier. The first degree of flaps. Gear coming down. And we've got 2 green. Flaps half. Flaps 3/4. And once I've landed, I'll go ahead and hit full flaps. Just helps slow the thing down a little bit. Give her a little bit of throttle so we can ease her down nice and gently. And we have it. Butter. I love butter landings. Yeah, I'll take that. Minus 49 feet per second. Or feet per minute, I'm sorry. But that's, in any case, that's... I'll take that all day, especially in a tail dragger. So we're going to let her roll out here till we get to the second exit on the left. And we're going to head over towards the area of the tower. We've got our aircraft cleaned up, flaps up. And we'll exit the runway in case anybody wants to use it. Isn't that considerate? Yeah, not like somebody I know that I watched today who landed his big 3-engine jet and stopped right in the middle of the runway. Nobody could use it. Of course, he did move it off. I'll give him credit for that. You know who you are. But Bug Eater 64 would never do a thing like that. Well, we just heard from my co-pilot. I believe she's contradicting what I said. Oh well. So we'll go ahead and turn over here to the left, head down by the tower, and there's a taxiway that is just to the right. We'll go ahead and pull into there, get her stopped, and disembark our passengers. Okay, we're going to pull right up here and stop. It's always good when the passengers are happy.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our destination. For your safety and comfort, please remain seated until the captain turns off the fasten seatbelt sign. This will indicate that we have parked at the gate and it is safe
park and brake on.
in the aircraft. Please check around your seat, including under your seat, as well as your seat pockets for any personal belongings. Please take care when opening the overhead lockers as heavy articles may have
RPMs
shifted
back to
during
full
the flight.
feather and
If
shut
you
down the
require
engines.
deplaning assistance, please remain in your seat until all other passengers have
And let's
disembarked
go
the
ahead and
aircraft.
finish the flight
One of our crew members will then be happy to assist you.
so
On
we
behalf
can
of
get
our entire
paid.
crew, I'd like to thank you for joining us today on our flight, and we hope to see you again.
And with that, let's go ahead and look at that landing again. Okay, well, we landed. Everything was safe. Actually, it was a good landing. I got credit for a butter landing, which is always a plus, especially in a tail dragger. Set her down very nicely. All the passengers were very happy. So with that, let's go ahead and take a look and see how we did. Let's look at the log, and you can see we had possibility of making $12,000, about close to it anyway. So gonna look at the log, and DC3. So it looks like after everything I got about half of that. So we've got cost per unit, which was $800. Then we got fuel. That was pretty expensive because there wasn't much in the aircraft, and I ended up putting more fuel than I needed. And then we got additional crew, ground crew fees, and booking fees because I had more than 5 bookings. Now with that, the expenses came to $3,472. Distance bonus minus 536, and earning earning this flight 7,602. Now I did the flight for my virtual charter business, so that's Air America Due. So 1,490 of that goes to them, and I as the pilot got paid 6,112. So in essence I made the 7,602. So not bad for 300 mile flight. So anyway, that's what we did, and it all came out very good. So I'm a happy camper, and it was a fun flight. I just love flying this DC3. She's old. She even looks old. This is inside the cockpit here, and you can hear the cleanup crew doing their thing. So, you know, just a beautifully rendered aircraft. And the other great thing about it is that she is freeware. You can find her on the xplane.org in freeware aircraft. She's made by AeroWorks, and they did an absolutely beautiful job, and I really like this airplane. So and one of the things I like is that you just look at the skin here and you see this difference in color. That's the reflections of the airfield behind me. That's so cool. It really is. I like it. Anyway, enough of me blabbering and blah, 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 all over the place. So, hope you enjoyed the flight. Sure had a lot of fun bringing it to you. And until next time, this is Bug Eater 64, and as always, safe flying.